Hi everyone, we are Team VELORA from NSBM Green University. I'm Mektani Sumaratna. Today we will show you our idea for NeuroX 1.0, the apparel export by a communication agent. First, let's look at the program. Sri Lanka's apparel industry is huge. It made over $5 billion in exports last year. It is our country's number one export. But every single order starts the same slow way. A buyer from another country sends an email called an RFQ, that means request for quotation. Inside that email, they ask for a product quantity, a delivery date, and compliance certificate like BSCIO. Right now, a real person called a merchandiser has to read that email by hand. They check if the factory has enough production capacity. They check if the compliance certificate is still valid. Then they write a reply by hand. This takes a long time, and buyers often send the same request to many factories at once. Whoever replies the first with a correct and confident answer usually wins the order. So, small and mid-sized Sri Lankan factories those orders not because their product is bad, but because they are too slow to reply. This is a real expensive everyday problem in a huge industry. Thank you.
I'm Tarushi Divyanjali. Our solution is an AI agent that reads these buyer email and help the factory reply fast without losing human control. We call it a perceive, reason, act, reflect loop. First, the agent perceives. It reads the new email and figures out what it is: an RFQ, a compliance question, or just a normal message. Then it reasons. It plans what to check. If the email is an RFQ, it plans to pull out detail like product, quantity, and date. Then it acts. It uses tools. We used at least three tools: an RFQ extraction tool to pull out our order detail, a factory capacity checker to see if there is a room to make the order, and a compliance certificate checker to see if the needed certificate is still valid. If something is missing or unclear, like a buyer saying we need it soon instead of a real date, the agent does not guess. It either asks the buyer a clarifying a question, or it sends the email to a human for review. After checking capacity and compliance, the agent decide approve the order, suggest a different date or quantity, decline politely, or escalate to a human. Finally, it draft a reply, a quotation, a counteroffer, or a decline in a professional tone, ready for a human to check. This is not just a chatbot. It thinks, it chooses tool on its own, and it handles missing or confusion information without breaking. Thank you.
I'm Umeshana Gagade. Let's talk about technical execution in phase two. We will build the backend using an LLM with function calling. So the agent can call our tools directly: the extraction tool, the capacity checker, and the compliance checker. For now, capacity and compliance data will come from a mock spreadsheet or a small database, since we don't have access to a real factory system yet. Later, this can be replaced with a real ERP system without changing how the agent thinks. Is very important. Before any email is sent to a real buyer, a human merchandiser sees the original email, the extracted details, the agent's reasoning, and the draft reply. They can approve it, edit it, override the decision, or send it up to a manager. We also plan for failure. If a tool fails, for example, the capacity system is down, the agent does not guess or pretend it worked. It tries again a few times, and if it still fails, it flags this clearly for a human check. By the end of phase 2, we want a working demo. A sample by email goes in and a checked human approved reply comes out, showing the full loop working end to end. So, when talking how we found NeuroX, so we found out about NeuroX 1.0 through the Hackathon Hub at NSBM Green University. Overall, we think Neuro 1X 1.0 is a great chance to design something with real business value, and we are excited to keep building it in phase 2. Thank you.